What are you trying to accomplish and what makes you happy?
It ain't about the money. It's not about the brand. It's not about any of that. It's about, did I move the people?
And I fought some of the scariest guys on the planet, but nothing scares me more than nicking my balls. That's why I leveled up with Manscaped. It's showtime, baby. Manscaped created the world's first all-in-one men's grooming kit. Check this out. My favorite product from Manscaped is the new Lawnmower 3.0. This body trimmer is built in with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce common grooming accidents in the most sensitive parts of the male anatomy. Some key features are this new built-in LED light, the improved battery life, the handy adjustable guards, and now it comes with a cool charging dock powered by USB. It cuts clean, and I can use it in the shower. Also new to the collection is the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer, built in with the same skin-safe technology. Crop Preserver ball deodorant. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that. Sure my lady's gonna like that. Crop Reviver ball toner. Get my balls looking nice and shiny. Smooth. Yeah, man, I'm excited. It looks good. Ready to be used.
It seemed like I had an extra gear.
I take it for pretty much anything.
It was a subtle difference, but a very noticeable difference.
I felt hyper-focused.
It helped me be present.
I'm able to recall everything so much faster.
I'm able to choose words that more encapsulate my thoughts.
It will help with your creativity.
A lot more relaxed, a lot more calm.
At the end of the day, I still feel like I can go a whole nother day.
I've been way more productive.
I've just been able to get so much more stuff done.
It does stuff.
I love it.
It does not get better than this.
Dude, I give this 10 thumbs up. Alpha Brain, stop killing yourself and be a savage like your Uncle Joey.
Welcome back to the Final Shot Podcast. Today the podcast is brought to you by all my sponsors as normal. On it, TKO Beards, USG Canada, the Clinch Fight Shop, Sovereign Extracts, and we're going to throw Punch and Grace in there just because it's fun. But instead of me reading all my fucking ads today, we started a new thing online. It's a thing where you can go and you can just click on my sponsor. It takes you right to the page, and away you go. You make your purchase and you get your discount right away. It's called Linktree. It's linktr.ee/Final Shot Podcast. I think that's what it is. I might have lied because this is the first time I'm doing this. It is. It's Linktree. linktr.ee/The Final Shot Podcast, and you can get all the sponsor stuff there, guys. On it, Earth Grown Nutrients, USG Canada, gloves, boxing gear, the Clinch Fight Shop, MMA gear, anything you want to do with combat sports, the Clinch Fight Shop has all that shit. But now I don't have to ramble on for fucking God knows how long about all the shit and give you promo codes. You can just go there and get it. So I can get right into my guest today. Guys, it's Three Lions Promotions promoter, Dan Otter. How's it going, man?
Good, buddy. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's been
a long-time follower.
It's been a heck of a time trying to get you on the damn show.
Busy. No, it just didn't work. We just had conflicting schedules and things happen. But no, I'm usually free. It just every time it fell in place, it fell out of place. So.
One time you called me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I looked down and I seen it's Hamilton, Ontario. I'm like, who the fuck is calling me from Hamilton, Ontario at 5 o'clock in the morning? And I checked the message and it was you. I was like, oh shit, I probably should have answered that because I wanted to get you on. But and then 6.
It wasn't 5 o'clock my time though. It was 7 my time, right? I'm an early riser. I was getting you. I was like, I know it's 5 in the morning. Wake up.
It's a funny story to tell. But, dude, you got a big card coming up in Vancouver. Headliners are Ryan Rizicki and Solar Golami. Tell me about trying to put an event on in the state of the world right now that we're dealing with.
It's crazy, man. That's the one word to sum it up. It's nuts. Like, it's like on any other show, right? Like all the other shows, you have your problems, you have your worries. This is like a whole nother ballgame. Mix in all that stuff you got to getting people in the ring, medicals, whatever the case. Now I got to deal with COVID, man. It's unprecedented. I don't even know what to say because I don't know how to deal with it. I'm just dealing with it. It's just the show's going, and that's the main thing here.
Financially, it's got to be a kick in the pants, though, because no fans.
No fans, right? So no, we got some sponsors, we have some support, but you're right. We have no hard ticket sales. It's near impossible, right? But we're gonna do the impossible and make it possible for Canadian boxing.
So this event's going to be, it's only going to be able to be watched on pay-per-view.
That's right.
And who is going to be carrying that?
So we're doing it's through Eventbrite.
Okay.
So you're going to buy your ticket, and then it's going to have the portal that you use to basically watch it on whatever device you sign in with, whether it be your laptop, your phone, whatever the case.
So could you use like an Xbox connected to your TV and watch it that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Because I was worried about how the hell I was going to watch this damn thing.
Yeah, and there's instructions there, and you can also like screen mirror. I don't know if you ever done that on your phone. People with the TVs will know you can screen mirror your phone as well. So it's for all platforms.
That's kind of cool. I like it. I'm surprised that you guys don't have your own streaming service yet.
We're doing like the streaming service, the production of it and everything, right? But we have to use outside sources to get it on the platform.
Okay. Now, Fight TV never approached you to try to do this thing?
They did. Just logistics wasn't. We need all the money. We can't afford to. We can't afford to give any away. We got none from the show so far.
Hey man, I got to give you a lot of respect because there's a lot of promotions out there right now that just can't put on shows. Either they're going to lose money or it'll bankrupt them. But you're doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I hope it don't bankrupt us, right? But someone had to do it, man. Someone had to lead the way. So I thought it was going to be like the Klondike Gold Rush. BC's open. All the promoters running there. I was there by myself, man. Like, I'm like, where is everyone? Where's all these promoters? Hello. Like, I'm here by myself. Like, so whatever. Maybe it was just in my mind. So
I brought up the streaming service for a reason because you guys have done an amazing, I don't know if it's you personally or who's doing these videos that are hitting YouTube, the lead up to the fight with Ryan in the house cooking food and watching Jack Dempsey on TV. This stuff is amazing. Yeah, so we use it's an in-house production company. It's called AK Media, and it's run by Andre Kuthi and another guy, Dave. And you see their work; it's phenomenal, right? So it's taking it from like Canadian boxing down here and putting it up there with, the likes of UFC. That's kind of who he's going after with their videos. Yeah, but coming off real well, man. Yeah, I like watching them. They're very, very well done. It's something that you could almost pitch to Netflix and try to get like a Three Lions 24/7 type shit. Yeah, like we're getting there, right? That's what it's for. So we got to build it. Yeah. Let's not get rid of ourselves, but we're getting there. We're getting there, man. I think the COVID really messed us up because we had 6 shows planned for 2020. We got 1 off, and that was to be our breakthrough year, right? So we got shut down, and we tried to do a show. And then soon as BC opened, like I said, man, I was like, we're in 100%. So tell me what got you into boxing promotion itself, because you haven't been doing this for a heck of a long time. Yeah, like I was always a boxing fan, right? I grew up, my family was from Sheffield. Prince Nassim Ahmed, he was my guy. And then later on in life, I got into boxing just to keep in shape. Mm-hmm. And I went to Steeltown Boxing Club, and I just fell in love with boxing. And I seen through like the Wilcox family, a few of them, I seen a void that needed to be filled. Someone wasn't doing it, right? There was a few promoters locally, but I just seen an opening and I took it. And that first show, it sold out. So I said, you know what, I'll do it again and again. I think, we're at like 13, 14 shows now in about 4 years. So it's going well. So are you also managing fighters too? Nope, just promoting. Just strictly promotion. I went on the BoxRec thing, and obviously you come up as a promoter, but I think it says /manager on there with some fighters under your name, but I was confused as to what it was. Any fighters on my name for a manager? I hope not. Oh, BoxRec, if you fucked up, you heard it here. Pull it up right now. I can't pull it up. I'm on my. I'll pull it up right now and see. That I'm on for a manager. I don't know, but. Any show of yours I've watched, the production value of it's fantastic. Yeah, like we really emphasize on that, right? It's the end user that it matters. Other people do it the other way, but we believe like the end user should get the most out of it. They're the ones paying. Yeah. Right? So that's where we focus on that production side of things and really making it like an event almost per se and really doing it well. Yeah, it has fighters under your name. Brandon Brewer. No, they're promoters. Is that what it is? Yeah.
So they get listed
Ryan,
as your boss.
Ryan Rizicki. Okay, so they're just signed to your promotion.
That's right.
Okay. That's why I got confused. A lot of times you see managers on there and it lists there, like Gary Friedman lists the guys that he has.
Yeah. Mine's a promoter, so they're in promoter contract.
Well, that's what happens when you're a fucking idiot and you don't read everything.
Moving too quick, bro. Moving too quick.
But back to the production of it. Old school boxing, when it comes to it, is more of an on-the-site spectator sport. And there's a lot of promotions in Canada that have kind of stuck with that, if you know what I'm saying, where you got I'm not a big fan of dinner tables. I like to have around the ring is all seats. You fit more people in and stuff like that. But you go to a lot of shows, they got dinner tables. The whole 100 feet around the ring is all dinner tables. And they're serving food and there's a whole bunch of shit going on. But I like it when you show up and there's fucking fans and everybody's hooting and hollering and paying attention to the damn fight.
I agree with you. So we have two aspects because we do shows here in Ontario and we don't have the mid-sized venue in the city. We use Hamilton. That's where we're from. And we have to use convention centers.
Okay.
So like you don't like right there, I hate them shows because we have no bleachers. But that being said, the whole other spectrum side is when we do it in Cape Breton.
Yeah.
They're the show. Like I'm talking electrifying. I never seen anything like it's more than a hockey game, man. It's insane. Get 6,000 people jammed in there and they are wild. You know what I mean? It's a fun town. It's a fun place, man.
I've been to a ton of events and they're very different. The atmosphere is when you go from the convention center type area and then those ones in Cape Breton, when you watch them on TV, you can feel the energy through the TV.
No, it's insane. I'm telling you, when you're there, it is insane. You're just like, boom, blows your socks off, man.
Do you prefer those ones?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So we're on the same fucking page then.
But on the other aspect, like the ones in Hamilton are like a glamour type show. Like all the girls show up, high heels, nice dresses, everyone's dressed to impress the who's who. So that's pretty cool too. But boxing fan wise, when I'm in that crowd and you can feel it, pulse through your body. You're in the ring, and when you're ringside, usually I sit right in the gate there. It's intense, man. It's intense.
I shouldn't shit on the dinner tables because one of my friends, Melanie Lubovic, KO boxing promoter, she does.
She's great. She's great.
She does the dinner tables, and she does a great job of it too. And it is a different atmosphere though. The folks show up in a suit and a tie, and it's more of a white collar kind of thing. And I like those dirty ones where everybody's screaming, but I don't like MMA fans.
Yeah, no, either do I. I don't. There's a fine line, right? Because boxing's the gentleman's sport. You can bring your granddad there, your great granddad, father, son, and kid, which is cool. Whereas I don't see that in the UFC. UFC's a little bit sometimes barbaric for the average person, right? So,
I will 100% go and watch a UFC event, but I ain't taking my kids.
That's what I'm saying. But on a boxing, would you?
I have.
There you go.
Every time I've gone to do press, I always bring my kids.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I brought my on shows before, like the Cape Breton.
Yeah.
Not to the event because it's a little bit wild, like I said, but I brought them away. They come to the press with me and stuff, and they sit in the back and watch. They're proud.
Those capers, though, they're a different breed of human being.
They're great people. I'll tell you that. I've never been so welcomed.
Yeah.
They treat me so well. But like you said, I went out the night after Rizicki's fight, and I was going to another event, and it was fight night in Sydney, Nova Scotia. So it's pretty wild there, man. It's cool though.
Let's get into your event that's coming up April 23rd. Obviously, the headliner is going to be Ryan Rizicki versus Salar Ghalami. Let's talk about that fight last because I think we'll go on about that one for a little bit.
Sure.
But the undercard, who's on the undercard?
So you have Jake Doust fighting Stuart Twardzik. Mm-hmm. He's out from your way, that Stuart.
I've sparred with Stuart a bunch of times. He's good.
I'll start with that fight there. That's how fights should be in Canada, right? 1-0. Like these guys, this is a war. And they both know it. And I'm proud to have a fight like that on my card. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really proud, bro. Because you don't get them all the time. And sometimes you get a 1-0 and a 1-0, but this is a real up and comer, right? Canadian prospects ready to go, and I like it.
I think there's a fairly big age gap there too, though.
There is.
Yeah.
There is, but who does it work for in favor?
I don't know.
Exactly. So that's the good thing. It's not like it's like Stewart's too old. There's no way.
No.
And it's not that Jake's too young. There's no way. But they're right in. I think Stewart's 28. Don't get me wrong. I think 28 and Jake's 22.
Stewart's got to be 31 now.
I got to correct myself too. It's Jake Dow, not Doused. Jake Dow.
Jake is also a training partner of one of my buddies, the boss, Josh Wagner.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
When I look at this fight and I see the age gap and I see how long Stewart was in the amateurs for, it makes me a little bit nervous for Stewart in the fight.
That what you feel?
I feel that because amateur boxing is not the same as professional boxing. It's nowhere near as close. Stewart's probably had 300 or 400 amateur fights.
Yeah, no, he's impressive. Like I've talked to a few other guys, and they, that are a bit older, right? That have traveled with him on Team Canada, and they said he's no joke, right? Like this guy, he can box, he can fight, he throws a ton of punches, volume, right? So, my faith is in Jake. That's why I signed to a promotional company. I'm not gonna lie, right? But I don't think it's going to be easy whatsoever at all.
I don't want to shit on the guy from the same province as me though. But Stewart's a really, really good boxer. But
buddy,
what I like about Jake is that he's young and he's turning pro. Like he turned pro at the appropriate time.
Yeah, and he did his first fight, and this is unheard of in Ontario, anyways. He did 6 rounds his first fight, and he went the whole distance.
Yeah.
So coming from, never going past 3 rounds in the amateurs and then moving right into a 6th rounder and then completing that whole 6 rounds, he gained 5 fights in one fight that night. Massive, right?
Yeah, that's a big fight for him. And then on the flip side of that, Stewart's first fight was KO boxing 4-rounder against a Mexican. And I don't want
exactly Mexican, and I don't think it went the distance. I think it was
no, TKO in the 2nd round.
TKO second, right? TKO second. So in theory, he's only done 2. Yeah. Jake's already been through the 6. And, I know Jake predicted, I don't know if you've seen the video, he said body shot 4th round. And I have to go with him because he's my guy. That's what my call is on the fight. What is your call? You got to call it.
I don't think he'll finish Stewart. Stewart's too tough.
All right.
I don't think Stewart's going to win the fight.
You don't think so, eh?
No, I think it'll be a decision and a close one, but I don't think Stewart will get the nod in this one. If if he's going to win the fight, he has to knock him out.
Yeah, and I can't see him knocking out Jake. That's not going to happen.
I don't think so. I think Jake is going to be a little more seasoned than Stewart's expecting. I hope Stewart's listening to this because
I'm sure he's going to.
I think he's going to be a little bit more seasoned than Stewart's going to expect, and I think he'll see it in the 1st round, and it's going to make a difference in the fight.
Yeah.
And I think that Jake has some power.
He does.
And
he can play the game, counter punch. He can box. He can kind of brawl. So he is an all-around real good fighter.
The fight will be played out on the ropes. Whoever's on the ropes is going to lose.
That what you're thinking, eh?
Yeah. Both of them are going to go at each other, and Dan's getting a fucking phone call again. But
I'm not. It was 20% low battery, bud. So
do you need to plug that thing in?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
This thing lasts, buddy. I got the brightness down.
So yeah, they're both going to meet in the center of the ring, and it's whoever's going to make their dominance known. It will in the 1st round will win that fight.
Yeah.
Next fight, who's on it?
So we'll go with the co-main event. Antonio Napolitano versus Cody Hanna.
Oh, fuck. You're going to have to talk about this one because I'll be stumped. Let me pull it up real quick. But tell me about Cody.
Cody's older in age than Antonio. He's got some years on him. But the offset to that with this fight is his last fight, Cody was at 200 pounds.
Okay.
He fought Raw Clemens, and we were looking to get Raleigh Clemens against Ruzicki.
Raleigh
All right,
Clemens
so
is tough.
Raleigh Clemens couldn't stop him. 4 rounds. And now Antonio last fight was 165. Antonio walks around at 168 soaked. So we've offset that age with this weight. They're now fighting 172, basically a light heavyweight. Antonio's moving up, 2 weight classes.
Okay.
So I see that being a good fight, a real good fight. I think Hannah has the size.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio has a little bit more of the pep to him. I think I'm not going to make my predictions on every fight. I'm going to stop that now. I'm just going to say it's going to be a good fight. I don't want to predict, right? That's not my style. I shouldn't even have said it, but I did. So
it's a good fight. When I look at the records, Antonio's 5-0 and Cody Hannah is 7-5-2. So we know that Cody's going to be tough because that 2 on the end tells a big story.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's walked into somebody else's backyard, probably those 2 times, probably won those fights and got a draw.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's a force. He's active too. He just fought. I think you'd have to pull up 2019. I think around the same time Antonio last fought, he fought Raleigh Clemens. I believe
he did. Yeah. 2019. Yep.
So there you go. So I know everyone's sitting, but I really like the offsets in that fight. I really do, and it's going to be a good match.
That's a good fight. There's a couple TBAs still on here.
Yeah. So who's that? Who's TBA on there?
Carolyn Redmond.
No, she's not on the card. She's injured her shoulder in training.
Okay, she's gone. The other one was Mohammed Zawadi.
Yeah, so he's fighting a guy named Oliver. I don't want to butcher this guy's name, man. Oliver Teastham. That's how I'll say it.
Both debuts?
No, he's 1-0. He's fighting out of Alberta.
Okay.
I think Calgary.
Ooh, Calgary breeds some toughies in there.
Yeah. I don't know too much about that fight. That's one of Baxter's guys there, that Mo.
Yeah.
He really did a lot of that work there, but I can't really speak so much on that. I've not watched Mo so much, right? He's amateur. I didn't indulge into the amateur scene so much, so I'm not too familiar with Mo and his opponent there, Oliver. But I do know that they're evenly matched. It's very hard to get fights. Not hard, I should say. You got to be evenly matched in British Columbia, which I do like for their boxing. They're very high on their.
Yeah.
So you can't be throwing bums, right? So, it's a shame I can't talk about the fight, but I just don't know enough to go on with it.
I wish I could talk about both gentlemen, but I can't. So best of luck to both of you, and we'll talk about the winner. I'll at least talk about the winner when it's all over with. Now, the next fight I'm looking at here is an interesting fight to me because I had a young lady on the podcast a couple ago that wants to fight one of these girls, but it's Amanda Galley versus Amy Reed.
Yeah, that's a good one. So Amanda Galley, she's multiple Canadian national champion, amateur, tons of fights, 4-0. And she's going against Amy Reed. So Amy Reed has a big, rich history in MMA in Ottawa. Interesting match. Very different styles, I feel, because Amanda's this really all-around boxing, technician, whereas this Amy Reed's coming in and with her UFC experience is going to be really, maybe aggressive, I feel, and maybe go for the brawl. So it may turn out to be a good fight because styles make fights, and I think that one is really good.
Be interesting to see what kind of a pedigree she comes in for striking, because when you switch over to MMA, your punches come in at different angles compared to boxing. So that's something Amanda's going to have to be ready for in the leading up to the fight. She's going to have to maybe start sparring with some MMA girls and see those looks and get those. But Amanda Galley is a good fighter. And before we even get off of her, I don't want to say get off of her because that sounds wrong. But stop talking.
You're sick, man. Stop. Edit.
Before we stop talking about her, the winner of this fight should fight Bree Bam Bam Howling.
Oh, for sure. That Bree's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's like former Muay Thai, I think, right?
Yeah, Muay Thai champion.
to it as well, right? That fast, quick, snappy.
Yeah.
And I would really, I think that'd be a great fight. Great fight. Does it happen? I don't know. I think she was scheduled on that Eye of the Tiger card and it got canceled. So I don't know what their plans are. I don't know what they're doing.
We don't know exactly what's going to happen in Quebec, and when it comes to fights, Camille's got to go back to work with the government and try to get something to go down. But Bree Howling versus Amanda Galley is a motherfucker of a fight.
That is great fight.
Yeah,
that'd have to be Canadian title or something, right? It'd have to be for some substance because that's a big one. But the way it's going now, boxers be ready. This is the new age, right? There's no more Mexicans. There's no more step-up fights because anyone that's going to fight in Canada, the other side's going to think they're going to win.
Fucking right.
Whereas, and that's how boxing should be.
Yeah.
Right? So when these Mexicans come, I'm not saying they come to lose, but they already got losses on their record. They're already seasoned losers. They're coming here to put up a fight and hopefully get a win. When these Canadians fight each other, no one's taking a fight. Like, I'll tell you right now, Stuart thinks he's winning that fight. Jake thinks he's winning that fight. Cody thinks he's winning that fight. Go down the list, the whole card.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. This is how boxing should be, man.
The whole card's going to be amazing, but now we'll get into the main event, which is when you look at it on BoxRec, and if you don't know who these guys are, it doesn't do it justice at all. You've got to research the opponent.
You have to, and this is it. This is what we needed, right? Like, this is the guy that Rizicki has to beat if we're going to go down the path that we're going. And he knows it too. This is his ultimate test.
Dude.
Right?
If Ryan beats this guy, he's gone.
That's it.
He's gone.
Gone.
He better mentally be ready for that, though.
He is. He's been through the I'd say the hypeness you got to build up to a fight is a lot on a boxer. When they're the main event, they got to do a lot of media. They got to be active. And even if someone takes over their pages and whatnot, they're still seeing, and there's a lot of chit chat, and that mental breakdown is 90% of that fight. Sometimes I feel when you're going into it, and he has it. So when the big call comes, and we've had a couple big calls for Ryan, which is like, there's not many, no one's ready, right? Like in the whole world, how many boxers are ready today?
It's the same.
I don't know. Not too many. Everyone's chilling.
It's the same thing as becoming a parent, though. Nobody's ever ready.
Yeah, no, but now with the COVID, it's real.
Yeah,
so,
super real.
And so when Rizicki, we already got some big offers, but Rizicki needs a fight. It's not fair to go into, right? Like, we'd never say no, but this is it. Like, this is the one that gets him there, right? So
I think he needs this one. This one is going to send him, and then I think he needs another one.
Well, we're not sending him nowhere. Our goal with Rizicki is we always want him in.
Keep him here.
Yeah, we're not going. You don't go nowhere, but stay. But we obviously got to go with a couple more fights after, right? We've got a show already booked in Vancouver for right after this one.
Yep.
There's only a few opponents to choose from, so they obviously know who they are. So they'll be getting a call sooner than later to call these guys up.
So when we look at Ryan Rizicki, we see a guy, 12 fights, 12 knockouts, and then you go into his amateur record and he's something like 11-12 or 10-11.
Yeah.
Amateur boxing was not for him.
Nope.
Professional boxing is for this man, and he doesn't go past the fourth round.
Never got to the fourth round yet.
No. Now,
just the third. Go past the third.
No, when you look at a Solar, he's 4-0.
4-0.
Not all knockouts. He's got a couple decisions in there, a TKO. But when you go and you watch his amateur stuff, what they call amateur, this guy's a fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, like he was competing, international, big tournaments, right? Representing his country. So he's had that weight on his shoulders and had to perform. So them fights, I know amateur's totally different, but this is a good one. This is the test for Rizicki. That's final, and he knows it too. Like, this is it. Like,
you obviously seen I had Solar on here. That guy's an eerie dude.
Eerie dude, man.
Eerie dude.
Like, and if you watch some of his stuff on, like, he's hitting people hard too. He's no slouch. Like, people are like, oh yeah, like he's just a boxer, this and that. No, he's got power too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of power. He has the ability to finish Ryan.
Yeah, he does.
If Ryan gets silly,
anyone on any night can do it, right?
Yep.
Solar has to be on his game for the whole duration of the fight, right? We know Rizicki can maybe be off his game a few times, and he's got the power to go through, not just like mentally and all that, and so it's going to be a tough one, man.
Obviously, you can't make a prediction for this fight, but I can.
No, stop. I don't know what, you know what I mean? I'm getting confused. That's why I'm just like, I got to stop. I can't. I can't. It's not my style.
I can make a prediction for the fight, and I will.
Yeah.
I 100% will. I think that a lot of what is going to come down to is who wants it more.
Yeah.
Ryan keeps saying he's willing to die. I don't like it when he says that. But I do believe he is. And I don't think Solar wants it that bad. So I think Ryan will finish the fight in the 4th round by knockout.
Is that what you're calling? Body shot, headshot? What do you see?
No, Ryan's gonna double jab, right hand, left hook. That's what it'll be.
Damn, you got it down to a science, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Solar might frustrate him a little bit in the first couple rounds because he's pretty slick. Rizicki's looking good though. He's moving his head more. He's not getting. Well, I don't want to say he's not getting hit so much because he's been hit a lot. He's been hit a lot in the 12 fights, and sometimes he does put his hands down. I don't think he's going to do that anymore. I think Steve has got him kind of locked into what he's supposed to be doing. But then when you look at who Solar's got in his corner, Ryan Grant, this is a real chess match.
It really is. It really is, because the one good thing about it is you got 2 great coaches too. You got Stevie Bailey, and these guys are masterminds. And then you got Ryan Grant, right? Yeah. RG. And it's just everything about the fight is really good. So everything's evenly matched is what I'm trying to say. Like even the coaches, they offset each other, right? So it's really, just like you said, it's going to come down to chess, right? And it's actually what boxing is, right? This is what it is. It's a game. It's a science. And the science is going to be shown that night.
Ryan Grant said something in an interview that bugged me a little bit. And he said that he would take the scientist over the hard worker any day.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, but you're wrong. I'm not taking the scientist over the hard worker because the hard worker will outwork that scientist every day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I seen it. I seen lots of comments and people were going back and forth. Right. So, hey, that's what he's doing. And I like Stevie's response. I don't know if you've seen Stevie's response where he wasn't really saying, oh, it's this, that. It wasn't the scientist, because he feels they're both technical in their own way. Because I don't think Rizicki's just a brawling power hitter. Do you know what I mean? He has a different style to him. He has that old school boxing. Yeah, he takes a hit, but he has a flair to him as well. So I think whoever's the most technical in what they do that night wins.
I think that I think that might be correct. I don't think it's going to be technical though. I think
you don't think so?
No, I think Ryan's going to flatline him, and I think it's going to be a nasty knockout. I think we'll see. We won't see Ryan Rizicki in the ring past round 2.
You don't think so?
No, we'll see Bruiser.
Oh man, poor Solar.
And that's a tough night, man. And best of luck to both guys. I hope nobody gets seriously hurt. And good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, no, what can you say, right? Go break a leg. No, I'm not even going to say. You know what I mean? It's a fight. I think they both want it equally. Yeah. I think they both got hard. I think they're both training their head, and hats off to both of them, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this, that. Like, to get in the ring with the Bruiser Rizicki, the guy's already got my hat off. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, best of luck to both of them. I hope everyone's safe that night, and I hope the show goes off with no hitches, no problems, and we do our next show right after, and then we got to bring someone in for the Bruiser again.
Well, we got a bunch of other things to talk about, so we'll stop trying to get you to make predictions for your fight.
Yeah, you're killing me here. I'm getting all, stop.
So, guys, it's April 23rd. You can get the pay-per-view on Eventbrite. Buy your ticket. Do what you got to do to log in. There'll be instructions on there, but remember it's eventbrite.ca, right?
Eventbrite.com, but I think you just go to 3linespromotions.com.
Okay.
And then they're all there.
Now, do I get a press pass for this?
No fans, no press. I'm not allowed nothing.
I know, but you can do it online.
We can make something else. Talk.
Next topic, we're going to talk about Ryan the Real Deal Ford.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one might be a little bit touchy. Ryan's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 20 years.
I like it.
But I've been a training partner for Ryan a bunch of times. So a fight was brought up. It was a bunch of people want to see it. I think the fight's stupid. But
you think it's?
I think it's stupid.
Why?
It makes no sense in the general realm of boxing in Canada for those two guys to fight.
Why is that though? I'm just seeing your thoughts. I've thought about it, but I'll think about it now. You tell me.
So Ryan Ford makes 168 pounds comfortably. He's about 5'10", walks around at maybe 183. Ryan Rozicki's taller than I am. He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a cruiserweight who probably could go down to 175. If they're going to meet at 175 and do it for something big, then I'm in. But for Ford to come up to cruiserweight to fight Ryan, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'll say this, Ford is the current WBC International Silver Light Heavyweight champion right now, I believe.
168, I think.
No, 175. Light heavyweight.
Is it 75?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know he's made 168.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Right? And I don't know if he was at his best. I'm not going to talk for him. But I seen him at 175. He's a machine at 175. Right?
Yep.
Rozicki walks around at 195.
Yeah.
But Rozicki's never been down 175. I think if that fight was to take place, it would be in the cruiserweight division, but at a catch weight of 180.
Okay.
Maybe 5. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, I agree with you. At 200-pound mark, no, I don't. I think it's too much in favor for Rozicki.
Yeah.
But, we're not going to kill our guy to get him down to fight for it because, like you said, it's not. It is what it is.
Now that I've said the fight's stupid, I'll give you my thoughts on why it's interesting.
Yeah, because it is interesting. Come on, man.
It's an interesting fight because Ryan Ford's had 50 professional fights.
Yeah.
In all different aspects of combat. You're talking MMA. He went over to do some weird kumite thing with a fucking gi on. This guy will fight anybody, anytime, any place, as long as you got the right amount of money. But Ryan's 39, coming on 39 years old here pretty soon. I don't know what the future holds for him because he heals like Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's like a 39-year-old man in a 25-year-old's body. The guy's shredded.
Yeah, I think if COVID, him, he would have been taking fights, right? He would have had a few fights.
Oh, yeah, he would have had probably 4.
Like you said, time for guys like him, I sympathize because they're older. They need them years, right? I'm not even saying he's older. He's probably got really wise with his age.
Yeah.
So benefits you, right? There's some guys still DeMarcus Corley's still boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy's you know what I mean? He still wins. So, but I know what you're saying. Time for him is against him, right? Where time for someone like Ryan is for them right now because he's young.
So the fun thing about the fight in my mind is I've seen every one of Ryan Ford's fights, a bunch of them live. The man's never been rocked with 4-ounce gloves on. Never have I ever seen him rocked. Not once. Never been dropped. And then you've got the power puncher.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. But I don't want to see Ryan get his block knocked off.
Well, he's your buddy. And no one wants to see anyone get their head blocked off. But they do. But then when it happens, you're like, man.
And I also consider the other Ryan a friend too. He's been on the show a bunch of times. We have a good relationship. I also don't want to see him lose because I don't know who wins the fight.
I think there was a lot of chit chat back and forth with them too.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably a little bit personal now.
I think so.
I don't indulge in everyone's discussion, so I don't know, but I'm sure
I get them sent to me,
I'm
Dan.
sure he's pissed Ruzicki off a little bit. I'll tell you that.
I get these discussions sent to me in my DMs because everybody knows I'll cause shit.
Yeah. I like it, bud. I like it.
But
obviously, the fight makes sense. It makes sense, right? After this fight's done, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Ford may be here, we may be there, or there may be someone else that wants to take the fight. But obviously, there's a small pool.
Yeah.
And the pool, right? It's that weight. He can come up a little bit in weight, and Ruzicki can go down. So it is a doable fight. If it makes sense for everyone, it makes sense, right? I think that to the average boxing fan, they would love that fight. But I know what you're saying with the weight and whatnot. But if it makes sense for everyone, it makes sense for everyone, right?
Now, I think both gentlemen need to take into consideration the times that we're in too. And promoters obviously can't back the Brinks truck up to your house and drop 50 grand on the table for you to fight this fight. It's not an option.
Yeah, like I know where guys are coming from because they're fighting Ruzicki's big draw, but we have no tickets.
Yeah.
Right? You can look at it like, oh, yeah, but I would have got offered this. Yeah, but there's fans. There's no fans now, right? It's a totally different ball game. That being said, I bet you there's lots of people that wish we're on their card now, right? Because there's no boxing. There's nothing. This is it. This is the last of the Mohican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this don't work, God forbid, I don't know what's going to happen with boxing in Canada. So this has to work.
So in this situation that's happening right now, can this be a make or break for you?
Not a make or break for me, but I feel a make or break for boxing in Canada. Yeah, I do. I think that I don't think any other promoter is going to step up to the plate to do it with no tickets other than, Quebec trying.
Yeah.
But talking about outside of Quebec, basically, I don't think anyone else stepped to the plate, man. So, yeah, if it doesn't work, who else is going to be like, yeah, it didn't work, I'm jumping in, right? I don't see it happening, man. Cool. And I don't see shows happening with tickets for a long time.
I don't think that's going to happen either. I don't think the ticket sales are going to be there. The ace you have in the hole is Ruzicki, though, with his Cape Breton followers and his followers across Canada to log in and buy the pay-per-view. I don't know if it's going to be 10,000 people. That's something we're going to find out on fight night when this one happens. This is the first kick at the can.
That's it. No one knows, right? Is it going to be 5 people that buy it? No. Is it going to be 5 million? No. But it's somewhere in between. This could be a grand slam, right? Yeah. This could be the grand slam. And I'm pretty confident, even with pre-sales right now, like we're smiling. We're feeling good, man. Okay. We're impressed, right? We're impressed, and we're 3 weeks out. I don't even know anyone that buys a UFC 3 weeks out. Or whatever, or a boxing. Let's say you're buying a Mayweather card or whoever it may be, a pay-per-view event. You're not buying it pre-buy. I'm not buying pre-buy.
Fuck no.
But there's some people out there that are really dedicated fans, and they know this is the only way they can see it. There's no stream on your TV. If you don't buy it from here, you ain't watching. It's that simple.
I think if it's promoted correctly, it will go off as well as a live show, because us as boxing fans, we have no other fucking choice. You want to watch boxing, guys? It's on TV. You can't go live.
Yeah. It's just if you can get to that user, right? So, I mean, we're doing marketing as much as we can, but it's tough, right? This is tough. The budget is a made-up budget because we don't know. We don't know a forecast. I can't say. Just like you said, can I say this many? That no one knows. Nobody knows. This is a first shot at it ever, right? I know Gym Promotions did it.
Yeah.
You're all there, but that's totally different. As in, they had some ticket sales. They had a hotel. People were able to watch from their balcony. They had something. We have nothing.
Well, I hope it goes well. I'm going to be promoting the shit out of it now on my...
It's going to go well, man. I'm telling you. I'm confident. I'm telling you we're going to do 4 shows this year. Remember I called this. Yeah. This one, we're going to grand slam this one. People want to watch. I'm confident in the market.
I'm going to promote the shit out of it on my stuff now that I know where people can get it.
Yeah.
So you'll have people out there working for you too, trying to get this thing to go. I'm sure Manny Montreal will jump on board with this thing too.
It's like whatever we make it, right? It's all what we make it. And if the boxing community comes behind and supports, it's going to be a grand slam.
Now, I did see some hateful comments coming your way about somebody that should have been on the card, but now that you're going to Vancouver.
Who?
Adam the Boogeyman Braidwood, the biggest draw in BC, should have been on that card.
What you see? I didn't see no negative comments, but anyways,
I did.
I did not know. What was it?
He's one of my closest friends. So
cool, no.
when a boxing show rolls into Vancouver, and all the Vancouver people are like, why the fuck is Adam not on this card? It would make so much sense.
So does he? You want to know what it was, man? It's not. It's a pay-per-view event. The venue's irrelevant. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's how I tried to explain it.
Yeah, like if he's thinking it like that, no, this is irrelevant to me, right? Because it is not taken away from Vancouver. I have a very special place in my heart for Vancouver. I used to live there. So this was like amazing to do it in Vancouver, but it's not like I was like looking for Vancouver boxers. Yeah. I got to keep my house guys busy. This was the number one thing, and I didn't get everyone on the card because people aren't ready. You know, some of the other boxers, they're not ready or whatever the case may be, but we tried.
So I didn't address these comments that were sent to me directly because I wanted to do it with you on the show, because there is a viable explanation for why there's not Vancouver guys on the show, and it's because there's no live ticket sales, folks.
Yeah.
That's it. It's pay-per-view. Now, if you really want to get your guy on the show, hit up Dan and tell him, listen, motherfucker, I'll pay $69.99 for the pay-per-view with the Boogeyman on it if you put him on.
Yeah, get the Boogeyman to reach out. I never heard nothing. And it's not like I didn't think of the Boogeyman. He had a fight lined up, I swear. No, am I wrong? Didn't he have a fight lined up?
No.
I swear there was some talk through Instagram. I don't do all the Instagram stuff, but there was a talk like he was going to fight. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought they were trying to line a fight up, and I never heard nothing else. So, Boogeyman, get at me, bro. Don't even be like that. Just message me. You want to get on.
So your next event's in June.
Yeah, it's in Vancouver. Don't worry. We'll contact the Boogeyman.
What's that event looking like so far?
Good. We're gonna have Jesse Wilcox on it.
Okay.
The event we're jumping over to the next event. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Fuck, why not?
Yeah, we're all over the place. We've got Jesse Wilcox on there, Brandon Brewer.
Okay.
Carolyn Redmond, the one that's on our card that hurt her shoulder.
Yeah.
And I hate saying Bruiser or Ruzicki because he's got to fight. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? So he'll be an addition. We'll see how it goes April 23rd. I don't want to talk about any fights for him after this because we got to focus on this one first.
If everything goes well, potentially Ryan Ruzicki.
Yeah, and we do have a pro debut from Vancouver on the card.
Who's that?
We have two pro debuts. It's called, his name is Jacob George versus Scotty Woodward.
Okay.
They're both been competing at the national level. And like you said, I'm doing it in Vancouver. That was my, touch into the community there. I wanted to support, obviously, the BC boxing. But like I said, I have to keep my in-house guys on first. They have to be first, and that's what the show's about. So
two pro debuts then.
Yeah, two pro debuts, yeah. No, we got a few pro debuts.
Okay.
4. Almost 5. And that's what Canadian boxing needs, because we got Amy Reed, right?
Yeah,
we got Mo Zwadi.
Yeah.
We got George, Scotty Woodward. And, we got 4. And that's what boxing needs in Canada, especially in this time, is we need to build boxing up, grassroots up. So it was imperative for me to have pro debuts on that card.
So for your 4 shows that you want to do this year, do you foresee them all being in BC?
Yeah, they're all in BC. It's the Canadian bubble, right? So we're going to have this venue that is basically our Canadian bubble. And this is where it's going to be the lion's den of Canada.
You know, Dan, there's a guy in BC I don't like a lot.
Who's that, man?
His name's Jay Bird.
Oh, what? It's time? Are you coming? Do I smell something? Are you coming back? You're training. You're mad right now, hey, bro. Your demeanor just changed. Like what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah, I don't like that motherfucker.
So is he listening? You think he's checking your stuff?
If he's not listening, he should be. He's a little dumb, so he might not be listening. But I'll fucking put this on my. Oh no, he blocked me on Instagram. Sorry, can't put it on my Instagram story. I'll put it on the Final Shot Podcast Instagram story, though. He'll see that.
So you're coming to boxing? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna get all pumped up and try and get on that June card?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, right. You better be reaching out to Jay and telling him what's up. I don't know him, so I'll have to look it up. But
well, he's 0-2. This guy, he shouldn't even be boxing.
You're gonna put him in his place.
Dude, I will fuck this guy up in 2 rounds.
You're right.
He's
I like it.
He's the most hated guy in Canadian heavyweight boxing right now, just because he doesn't belong.
No way. But who's his losses to? Has he fought Canadian guys or these?
So Kung Fu Panda, Adam Deitzik.
Yeah.
Lost to him. Shitty fight. Actually, really, really bad fight. Both of them gassed in the first round, and it was like a sumo wrestling hug match. And then he got knocked out in the first round by, I can't remember the gentleman's name. I'll pull it up right now. But Adam Braidwood knocked this guy out in like 13 seconds or something.
Oh, Braidwood's fought this. What is his name? Bird? Is that what you said? Bird?
No. His name is Byard. It's pronounced.
And the guy Baird or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy that this guy got knocked out by Braidwood in 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like watching Braidwood. I like the way he fights, right? So the big guys everyone always likes watching. So it's exciting.
He's terrifying too.
Yeah, he is. Boogeyman.
He lost to Adam Cordero.
I don't know.
He's 2-2. Apparently, he's got a fight lined up against Justin Schmidt, who's not a heavyweight. He is a middleweight at best.
No, wow, they brought him up.
So Justin, fuck, I'm gonna call you because he's a buddy of mine. He shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, Jay Bird, I'll fucking knock your ass out. Anyway, moving on. So 4 fight cards this year, 2021, COVID times. Are you gonna space these things out, or are you gonna try to do every 2 months?
Every 2 months.
Oh wow! So like back to back to back.
Yeah, like I want. This is like the savior for Canadian boxing. I feel.
Okay.
Because once it like, okay, 2020 shut, but if you have boxing down for 2 years, it's not like, oh, boxing, where are these guys fighting? No, so that means everyone's been sitting for 2 years. The Montreal guys, yeah, they got their Montreal guys though, right? They do all in-house type thing. Like these boxers throughout Canada usually ain't getting on that card, and if they are, they're B-side, right? Or whatever the case may be, but this is it. There's an opportunity. There's a platform for everyone to get on. And I'm not opposed for anyone to get on. That's not my style. Like you said, you want to get on the card, you reach out to me, talk to me. Right? Get to our matchmaker, Danny Mack. He'll sort it out.
Oh, Danny Mack is your matchmaker?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a Jaybird nut rider. So yeah, that one will happen. Fuck him.
I don't know.
I'm going to get you in shit. But by the time you get off here, you're going to yelled at by somebody. We did have some fan questions come in for you.
Oh, damn.
Ryan Rizicki sent in, who is your favorite fighter outside of Canada?
Mine. I'd have to say with Canelo, man. He's the best. He's the all-around best.
You think Canelo's the best, eh?
I do. Pound for pound, yeah, I do. He can go up to cruiserweight. He can go down to, middleweight. And he's really good, yeah, man. I do. I think he's the best.
Because I don't.
No,
I think Bud Crawford's the best.
You think?
I do.
No, not me. No, I go Canelo all the way, bro. I honestly, I do.
Really?
When he took on GGG, that was it. Because GGG was like the holy grail. I felt right at this time. I'm talking. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, I thought Triple G beat him both times.
No, not the second time. I don't think.
Oh yeah. The second fight was closer than the first.
The first one, it was up in the air, but the second one, and I don't know. I think Canelo is the best pound for pound right now. I do.
Okay.
Tyson Fury there too. I love watching Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is a great fighter. I don't
put heavyweights into pound for pound.
No, I'm not saying pound for pound. I just said who I like watching. Also, I like watching is that Berlanga, Eric Berlanga.
Yeah.
The guy. Yeah, 16-0, 16 KOs or something like that.
You know who else I really enjoy watching is Teofimo Lopez.
Really good. Ooh. It's new. It's powers all come through. I like it. It's the year of the power. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Next question comes from Dark Horse HQ. I'm guessing this person knows you. He says he's a big fan of Dan. Any advice for aspiring boxing managers trying to build my stable?
I would have so much advice for you, man, but right now, because of COVID, you gotta contact anyone that's active with your boxer, and you really got to just let them know that you want them on your show. If you don't have a boxer yet, you have to build your relationships. You have to build your trust. You have to go out there and you have to talk to these boxers, these amateurs, or these pros who you want to take under, and give them what you can. Like you have to give to get. No one's just going to come with you for nothing. Right. So show them, give them some training opportunities, get them the proper gear, get them sponsors, do what you can to propel that boxer. So then he wants to be with you. Other people see that and they want to be on your team as well.
I think being a boxing manager is going to be tough right now, because
that's what I'm trying. I don't want to get bad. Like, what are you going to do? There's no cards. There's nothing.
The thing is like when there's not a show to offer, how do you get your boxer paid, and then how do you get paid?
You can't. But you can. What you can do is you can get sponsors for them. You can really help promote them as a manager, I guess, not a promoter.
Yeah.
Down to Mexico, come home, do a 2-week quarantine. When you come home, it's insane.
It's tough because the biggest aspect for guys getting sponsors is that they get shown while they're fighting, right? They're on their shorts, they're on their walkout gear, they get mentioned on the microphone after the win. It's a hard sell.
It's a hard sell, man.
Not like I think the bigger thing is right now is sponsors are going to be going to the promotions rather than the fighters, because everything's going to be on TV.
You're right. But there are people that support the sport of boxing, right? You gotta go out there. You gotta pave the pavement. You gotta pound the pavement, and you gotta find the people that are willing to see your vision and your goals and intertwine theirs with them and make it work.
The only advice I could give a guy for trying to build a stable right now in a COVID time is stick to your area.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's say you're in Toronto. Target Toronto fighters and try to get them Toronto sponsors.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to get it. You're not going to get sponsored from friggin' Honda in Montana. It's not happening.
No, it's not happening.
So that would be the only advice I could give, is just stay in your general vicinity.
Just try and keep you relevant in the box, or relevant in any which way you can, right? You have to stay relevant in this world, and it is a tough thing to do right now.
Start a podcast. Fuck.
Yeah, no, good call on that. Just active in the boxing community, massive. You can get a little page going, get some pictures of, you got to cause some attention to you, to get people.
Exactly, 100%. Next one, this comes from Derek D. Rec. This is not a question. I thought this was the Final Shot podcast, not some Reddit Q&A. Manny Montreal for life.
Sure, man. Whatever that meant, bro.
Oh, you ginger fuck. He's a redhead. Anyway, moving on. That's funny. Next one is from Rafira Merez _ best way to build a fighter's profile so promotional companies take notice. Get a manager.
Yeah, you need to get fights, right? So you need to build them, and you got to promote them. People need to know who these guys are, right?
Yeah.
And if you really want to get your boxer to the top, I think getting them, people are like, get them fights. No, get them meaningful fights. Every fight's got to be meaningful. Has to be meaningful. And then the promoters see, oh, he beat this guy. Well, we used this guy and we lost to this guy. That's how you get the promoter's attention.
Here's a question, though. Is being a manager in combat sports obsolete now?
No.
I
think they're just more on the higher level. Well, I know they are, because the boxer can't make the decisions, right? He gets too busy, or that's not his forte, right? He doesn't know his financing or whatever the case may be. And yeah, they need a manager. But I always say their manager should be someone close. It doesn't have to be a businessman. It can be a family member, someone that has your best interest in mind.
So when you talk manager, what decisions is a manager making? Are we just talking strictly financial or fight related?
No, I think the choice of fight. So when I as the promoter offer a fight, the manager looks at the fight, looks in detail, because the boxer, if you deal right with the boxer's his job is to fight.
Yeah.
So if I say, Riziki, you're fighting King Kong, he's like, how many rounds? You need a buffer, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the manager comes in. And I think, at the beginning, a manager's so much not needed, but as they grow, they should have someone caring for them to make their financial decisions for sure.
I see. I would never leave picking a fight to a manager.
No, it's not just picking a fight, but that manager may understand the value of that fight.
Yeah.
When someone's in a promotional contract, maybe they don't need a manager because they've already been in the promotional contract. The money's laid out, your fights are laid out. You still want someone to care for you, though. You still want someone to have their best interest in mind to deal with whatever comes out.
Because if I get a phone call and say, "Hey, man, you're fighting Chuck Liddell," I'm not running to my manager to ask him if it's okay. I'm going to my coach.
No, I understand. No, I totally understand that, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes the manager is the coach. That does fit hand, and that's usually what it is. Like, I know Stevie's jumped in for Rizicki sometimes when there's a lot on Rizicki. Like, he's in training mode. You don't want to talk about this and that and ticket sales or anything like that, right? So you have a buffer of the coach, and the coach really helps, getting the medicals. I don't want to chase the guy around, right? So the coach usually is the manager. That usually goes hand in hand. That's a good one.
I bring up the manager stuff today too because I was just listening to an episode of Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and he was talking to Francis Ngannou, and he was saying, "You don't need a manager, you need a lawyer." Yeah,
could be right. Managers are lawyers, but he's from a different era, but you know what I mean? Like he got took and abused by his promotional company. That stuff doesn't fly now, right? There's too much social media. There's too much avenue to outlet the dark secrets, right? So it's not as bad as it used to be. Not even close.
That's the end of the questions. I got some really stupid ones I'm not going to ask them. Like, who does your hair?
Oh no. I thought you meant some rude ones. I was like, no, fire them one off.
If they were rude, I would have fired them off. But if they're
I thought we were gonna just make one up.
If they're just dumb, I'm not saying them. So again, it's April 23rd, Eventbrite.com. You get your ticket. There's instructions on there. Let's wrap this thing up, Dan. We can get the fuck out of here. You can go to sleep because I know you got a couple kids that are going to probably be up at 5 a.m. bugging you.
For sure. I'll be calling you. It'll be 3.
Yeah. Anybody you want to shout out? Any sponsors you want to say thank you to today?
Yeah, our main sponsor is Cambridge Hyundai, Watchfinder, Ash Creek Landscaping. There's a few others that I'd like to mention. Shoeless Joe's in Hamilton. And all the boxers on the card, right? All the coaches, everyone involved, man. Kudos to you. Everyone's stepping up to the plate. Thank you, right, Tanner, for just being you and doing what you do. Because this type of stuff boxing needs, right? Without you, without us, without everyone in play, it doesn't work. So if we don't keep going, then the inevitable is going to happen, and we can't let it happen. So we got to go.
Guys, again, it's April 23rd, Eventbrite.com. Get your ticket. Don't miss out. That's the final shot.